What is happening, Sharks territory? What's good? Happy Tuesday to everybody. Man, we are starting a 5-game road trip here for San Jose Sharks fans. 5 games, so get ready. We're going to have a bunch of early starts. The earliest of them being next Monday, 1 o'clock in Boston. But, that's a week away, right? We want to have to focus on what's happening right here, right now. And that is the San Jose Sharks are in Detroit Rock City. So Shark City, the team from Shark City, is looking to, earn a dub. Honestly, just earn a dub. I have high hopes because, after all, the San Jose Sharks have the season series lead. This is going to be the second and final game between both of these clubs. And the San Jose Sharks did win the previous matchup in San Jose on November 18th. The final score of 5-4, in which Macklin Celebrini got the overtime game winner, of course. And you know what? Even before that, a year before that, the San Jose Sharks did win in Detroit in overtime from a goal scored by Mikael Granlund. So I think we might have this one in the bag. Obviously, we still have to play the game, so nothing's guaranteed. But nonetheless, I like the San Jose Sharks. I like their chances. All right, just quick reminder right off the top of the live stream here that this is being multi-streamed or streamed across multi-platforms, however you want to say it, my bad. So whether you're chiming in on X, Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok, you can leave a comment and we could all, as they say here in San Jose, Teal together and, cheer on our boys in Teal. All right, so speaking of the boys in Teal, let's take a look at today's lineup here for the San Jose Sharks. So interesting lineup nonetheless. Let's start off with the first line. So Colin Graf is getting some more top 6 minutes. With Mikael Granlund and Fabian Zetterlund. Jake Wallman is back. Obviously, this is a big game for Jake Wallman. It's his first game back with the Red Wings since being, sent to San Jose. So I assume that all the eyes and all the media buzz will be surrounding number 96 in Teal. So first and foremost, I'm just happy to have Jake Wallman back. Obviously, he's been one of the hottest Sharks in terms of production. He's only had one game back, and he already found himself on the scoreboard. Got an assist in his previous game. So his hot streak technically is still intact. In his last 23 games played, Jake Wallman has 24 points, baby. Yeah. So, I'm ecstatic to see what the 28-year-old left shot defenseman will bring to the San Jose lineup tonight, especially, again, considering that this is his first game back. I know a lot of people like to call these games revenge games. I think, quote-unquote, revenge game is a little overused here in Sharks territory, especially in this business. Again, the San Jose Sharks did already get a dub. They already got a dub over the Red Wings earlier this year in November, winning in overtime. But again, this is Jake Wallman's first game back, so I can imagine, especially from what I'm hearing when I was listening to Dan Ruzanowski and Drew Remenda on the Sharks morning skate, that, he kind of was, a little hurt about being sent away. But honestly, I think he's been best utilized here in San Jose, and I'm glad to see that, he's pretty much taken the number one defenseman spot here until, put a stranglehold on it. It's his, and he's just been fantastic. So again, Jake Wallman, his second game back since returning to the lineup. He has 24 points in his last 23 games played. So that's someone that I'll be excited to watch and see how he contributes tonight for the San Jose Sharks. All right, so moving on to the second line here in for San Jose. Pardon me. As they dub it in Sharks territory, That 70s line is back together. William Eklund, Macklin Celebrini, and Tyler Toffoli are the San Jose Sharks' second line. Mario Ferraro and Timothy Liljegren are right behind them. William Eklund is another San Jose Sharks player that is on a hot streak. In his last 3 regular season games, in the last 3 games he's played, he has 3 points. That's 2 goals and 2 assists. If you want to dive a little bit deeper, he has 5 points in his last 5 games. So looking forward to William Eklund. He's been having a fantastic season. He has a projection to get about 64 points this season. With 40 games played, he has 9 goals and 22 assists. So definitely looking, to see William Eklund, continue to rise here, continue that hot streak. Obviously, someone that we really want to see kind of ramp up some of the production again is Macklin Celebrini. So Macklin Celebrini only has 2 points in his last 5 games played, a goal and an assist. He's not on a cold streak per se, but he's definitely kind of simmered down a little bit. Still think he's the favorite to win the Calder Memorial Trophy this year, without a doubt. And also, just because he's not showing up on a scoreboard doesn't mean he's not showing up on the ice. The guy is a workhorse, and the previous game, he practically did everything he could except, help the Sharks get that dub when they were hosting the Minnesota Wild over the weekend. All right, let's see really quick here. Our next line here in San Jose, California, our 4 San Jose Sharks playing in Detroit tonight, is your third line, Luke Kunin. Obviously, that is incorrect. Macklin Celebrini is on the second line, so pardon me. Let me adjust that really quick. My fault. So Luke Kunin is on that third line tonight. The center is not Macklin Celebrini. He's not doing double duty. My fault. It's actually Alexander Wenberg. So just allow me 5 seconds to square that away. So we're all accurate here. Boom. There we go. Done. So Alexander Wenberg is on the third line centerman. Will Smith is on the third line as well. A lot of fans are kind of hoping that Will Smith, after being benched practically like half of the game, didn't see any freaking third period minutes in the previous game. They're hoping that this third line, this assignment to the third line will kind of motivate him, pardon me as I gather my thoughts, to, perhaps rise again to, a top 6 forward role. I know being benched for a period and a half may have lightweight sparked debate amongst San Jose Sharks fans if Will Smith should be considered sent down to the American Hockey League with the San Jose Barracuda. Not a lot of fans were advocating for that, but nonetheless, being benched for, a whole entire period plus did kind of, I think reignited that discussion. It was put to rest immediately by head coach Ryan Rosofsky. He shared with the San Jose Mercury News that Will Smith is here to stay in the main roster with the San Jose Sharks. So, I don't know if this is going to be followed by some more development plans. Obviously, earlier this season, Will Smith was kind of in and out of the lineup, as they call it, development days. General manager Mike Greer dubbed that term. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, after being benched for an entire period plus, he's on the third lineup. And obviously, the other person who returns to the lineup tonight is Mark-Edward Vlasic. So you know what that means, Sharks fans. We're about to win. Because we're undefeated when Mark-Edward Vlasic is in the lineup. Anyways, Pickles is back. Shakir Mukhamadullin was sent down to the Barracuda, as we all anticipated here at Shark City Hockey. Was super excited to see him play the main roster. But again, it'll be nice to see him join the CUDA and, get some AHL minutes at the Reef and maybe potentially help that club continue to push for, the AHL playoffs. All right, and your third and final line tonight is going to be our check-in line. So let's dive into that. Hopefully that's all accurate. Yes, it is. So Barclay Goodrow is on the fourth line. To some fans, this is thank goodness. A lot of fans are talking about how some people who are getting scratched or being benched. It's funny how some, I'm not going to point fingers, but You already know who we're talking about, Sharks fans. Like, it's funny how said player doesn't ever get any kind of like benching or any kind of like a healthy scratch. But anyways, so Barclay Goodrow is on the fourth line, Nico Sturm is the center, and Ty Dellandrea is on the opposite wing. Tonight's starter in net is Alexander Georgiev for the San Jose Sharks. I know right away a lot of fans are saying, okay, automatic L, gotta get those first round draft picks. I understand the concern. I understand why everyone is kind of quick to assume once Georgiev is put in net that the Sharks are potentially not going to be competitive. Well, I'm going to challenge that sentiment right now with just the simple fact that, in his last game, which is actually the last time we got together for a watch-along party when they were playing against a Utah hockey club in Salt Lake City, Georgiev had a pretty solid game. All right, so let's be real. He is on a cold streak. He doesn't have any dubs in his last 6 games as a starter. However, he's had 2 quality starts in his last 6 games, and specifically his previous game in Utah was considered a quality start. So he only had 2 goals against on 26 shots against, so he had a .923 save percentage. All right, so not too shabby. The game prior to that, I know it was against Vegas, and a lot of fans, his last start that is against Vegas on January 7th when the Sharks hosted Vegas, I know he got 3 goals scored on, and a lot of fans consider that wasn't a great start, but that was actually a quality start as well. He ended the night with a .927 save percentage, so he hasn't earned a dub in his last 6 starts. All right, that's a fact. However, he has had back-to-back quality starts. So, it's maybe safe to say that Georgiev may be, getting a little bit more comfortable here as a netminder in San Jose, and it may potentially be on the rise. So let's hope that he gets, the dub tonight, for Los Tiburones. Now, on the opposite, while we're talking about netminders, on the opposite side of the rink, for the Detroit Red Wings, their starter in net tonight is none other than Ville Husso, and Ville Husso is, gotta say, I'm just gonna say it. In the last 3 seasons he's played the Sharks, or in the last 3 years against the Sharks, he's played 3 games, and he's 2-0-1. All right, so he's had, a better record against San Jose this last 3 seasons when he's in net, with only 1 loss in overtime. But again, the Sharks, the last 2 meetings. So the Sharks, their last meeting right now, they lead the season series. They won in overtime, and the last time the Sharks played in Detroit last season, they won in overtime. So I'm liking Georgiev's chances here against the Detroit Red Wings, who, let's face it, they're red hot. They're 7-3-0 in their last 10 games, specifically 7 consecutive wins. So, after dropping those 3, they've won 7 straight, whereas the Sharks, they're 2-7-1 in the last 10 games. So I get it. It's a little daunting. It's a little daunting, to say the least. All right. Some players I think that we should look towards here as we get prepared for the puck to be dropped here shortly. So let's get everything all squared away right here. Get our action tracker going. Pardon me as I take a swig of my energy drinks here. I guess before we start, let me ask everybody, who do you got? Type SJ or Detroit in the comment section. Let me know who do you got going into tonight's matchup. But back to what I was trying to say earlier. That was pardon me again as I take a swig. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. My bad, fam. I'm trying to get everything squared away here. There we go. All right, so some players to look out for in tonight's contest. William Eklund, as I mentioned earlier, he's on a hot streak, specifically 4 points in the last 5 games. For Detroit, it's going to be Patrick Kane. He has 10 points in the last 5 games. As far as goals go, William Eklund is leading that category as well, 2 goals. in the last 5 games. Dylan Larkin for Detroit has 5 goals. Patrick Kane also has 7 assists of those 10 points in the last 5 games for Detroit. So, Patrick Kane, number 88. Obviously, he made his comeback last season against the Sharks in Detroit, in which I just mentioned previously, the Sharks did win that game in OT. But, that's someone worth to look out for, who's currently kind of, commanding that hot streak for, the Red Wings. Some other players to look out for, or some other players to watch out for here tonight. Let's go back to the Sharks. So Jake Wallman, William Eklund, they're on hot streaks. Are back to the Sharks. So, and on the Red Wings, Lucas Raymond and Dylan Larkin. Yeah. All right. Let's dive a little bit. SJ for the win. We got a comment. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you very much. That's hopefully what we have here. If you're a betting man, Money Puck has the Detroit Red Wings with about 64% chance of winning tonight's game. So let's prove them wrong. Again, the Sharks won both they won the last meeting in overtime, and they won the last time they were in Detroit in overtime. So who knows? Maybe we'll get some extra free hockey tonight. Perhaps we'll get some overtime hockey. But I think it's not a bad thing. I think it's a safe bet to say that San Jose might get themselves out of the funk. We'll see. So let's talk about some of the players on San Jose and how well they've done against Detroit as we wait for the opening faceoff. So Barclay Goodrow, who's on a cold streak, he's the leader on the roster right now in terms of point production against the Detroit Red Wings. So obviously Barclay Goodrow has been on the Tampa Bay Lightning, but nonetheless, Goodrow has played 10 games in the last 3 years against the Red Wings, in which he's had 3 goals, 5 assists for 8 points. Next man up, Fabian Zetterlund, has 7 games against the Detroit Red Wings in the last 3 years, in which he has 3 goals, 4 assists for 7 points. And Mikael Granlund, 7 games against the Detroit Red Wings in the last 3 years, in which he has a goal and 5 assists. So Granny's another guy that we would love to see kind of get off the schneid here. He is on a cold streak for the San Jose Sharks. It is what it is. He only has 1 point in his last 4 games played. So it'd be nice to see him, get on the scoreboard. For Detroit on their side, guys to look out for, specifically everyone on their hot streak, right? So again, you're going to probably hear me say these names over and over, but Dylan Larkin, in the last 3 years, he's had 5 games against the Sharks, 6 points, 2 goals, 4 assists. Lucas Raymond, 5 games against the Sharks in the last 3 years, a goal and 5 points, 5 assists for 6 points, pardon me. Got a question, okay, but real question, how do you feel about San Jose's Macklin Celebrini? Honestly, I want to see him do very well. So as I mentioned earlier, he's only had 2 points in his last 5 games, a goal and an assist. All right, so he's not on a cold streak, but he's definitely he's slowed down a little bit here. As far as if you want to break down his games everywhere else, the last game probably stood out more than most, because he got 6 shots on goal. He was definitely trying his best to help the team win. But prior to that, in Utah, he only had a shot on goal. Against Vegas, 1 shot on goal. He was a -2 if you were a plus-minus stat guy. You know what I'm saying? So he showed some promise Saturday against Minnesota at the tank. He definitely did what he tried his best to do what he can to lead his squad, but all around his game has kind of been slacking. So Macklin's been slacking, plain and simple. Against Vegas Golden Knights, he had only won 28.6% of his faceoffs. The night prior to the game prior to that, against New Jersey, 33.3, and the game prior to that against Tampa Bay, 14.3. So he's been struggling the faceoff dot. His last 2 games, his numbers have improved. He's been winning 50% of the draw, but it's when you're going to be a centerman in this league, and you're going to be leaned upon to put your team in positions to generate offense, or perhaps break out of the defensive zone, which from my understanding Macklin Celebrini only takes offensive zone face-offs, maybe a neutral. I rarely see him take defensive zone face-offs, but he's been slacking. So I'm expecting, considering that, he kind of looked like he was on the rise again with the 6 shots on goal the last game on Saturday. I would keep my eye on him, and even if he has a slight even if he kind of has a slight decline in production, if you want to call it that, the kid still has 29 points in 33 games, so I'm not worried about him at all. And let's see if he can get it done. All right, so game on, baby. Let's do this. Let's see who you got, San Jose Sharks or Detroit Red Wings. Here we go. Game on. Who do you think's going to score first? Let me know in the comment section. Get connected to this game here. Kind of got a little stuck in previewing all the players. I didn't get an opportunity to talk about the all-time regular season series. So all-time, the San Jose Sharks, this is their 104th all-time regular season game against Detroit Red Wings. The San Jose Sharks are 38-54, 4-7 all-time against the Detroit Red Wings. So if you need a math, that's 0.42% of the points earned in those 103 previous games. As far as San Jose's record here in Detroit, specifically the Little Caesars Arena in which they're playing right now, the Sharks are 2-2-0-2 in the 6 games they played. And there's a goal, baby! Jan Ruda, out of all the people. Jan Ruda, baby. Sharks goal. Quick reminder and disclaimer, if you're new here to this watch along party, our live game tracker here is perhaps 20 or 30 seconds, give or take, ahead of the broadcast that we watch together. So if I'm reacting a little late to what is being presented on the stream, that's because I'm glued to the tube, just like you guys are glued to my TV screen. And, pardon me if the reactions seem a little delayed, but nonetheless, Jake Wallman gets the first goal for the San Jose Sharks just a minute and 45 seconds in. He does it via a wrist shot, and the San Jose Sharks have an early 1-0 lead just a minute and 45 seconds into the game. Jan Ruda, my bad. Second goal of the year. Will Smith gets his 9th assist on that goal. 9th assist of the year for Will Smith, the rookie, and the Sharks already are taking command of this game. So we love it. Gotta love it, baby. Looks like Alexander Wenberg is going to be awarded the secondary assist, his 13th assist of the season. So again, Jan Ruda gets the first goal of the game at 1 minute 45 seconds into the first period. His second goal of the season, assisted by Will Smith, 9th assist of the year, and Alexander Wenberg, 13th assist of the year. San Jose Sharks lead 1-0. Yeah, baby. And that's exactly what the Sharks are going to need to go against a club like this, man. Gotta love it. All right, so Detroit now trying to answer back, generating some offense. Offensive pressure is a better way of saying it. All right, so gotta love this, man. I think a lot of the attention is being put on the fact that, you know, the Red Wings are red hot right now. Some more of team stats, and of course, if you want to, you know, get a in-depth look at the teams before the games, follow us on social media at Shark City Hockey. We share these stats every game day. But again, you know, let's break it down a little bit. So, you know, the power play, the Sharks are going to have to do their best to not commit any penalties in this game. It's bound to happen. I just feel it, especially if the Sharks start to dominate. I can see the refs playing a factor in this game. Pardon me, that might sound like a Teal tinfoil hat, but it's something I noticed, man. When the Sharks be handling some of the better teams in this league, especially like Vegas, for example, all of a sudden the penalties start to get like out of hand. It's like the league doesn't want one of the teams in the bottom three to handle one of their teams, you know, on top, right? So, but the whole point I'm trying to make is the Detroit Red Wings have the second best power play in the league, 28.6% of conversion rate. So, on the flip side of that, though, if they do take a penalty, the Red Wings, they have the 31st ranked power penalty kill, 69.1%. So, you know, Sharks power play is 25th, 17.9%, and their penalty kill is 20th, 78.3%. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, Sharks gotta do they have to do a fantastic job on the ice, or what's a better way of saying this? They have to do their very best to play a well-disciplined game. No easy penalties, no cheap penalties. Do not want to like defeat ourselves, right? All right, baby. Sounds like Sharks 1-0 lead. That goal scored by Jan Ruda was scored literally just 13 feet away, baby. 13 feet away. It's technically 14.3 feet at a 24.8 degree angle on the net. But Ruda beats Husso. So gotta love it. Gotta love it. I love the way the Sharks are skating, baby. Sharks fourth line is out there. Goodrow, Ruda, Ty DeAndrea, and Ty DeAndrea, Barclay Goodrow, Nico Sturm. My bad, couldn't spit that out. But they're skating really well, man. The Sharks are on a TV timeout. All right, great start. So I shared earlier that the Sharks, you know, this is their 7th game in Detroit's Little Caesar Arena. All right, so in this specific venue, dubbed the Little Caesars Arena, the Sharks are 2-2-0-2. So, you know, 6 games played, came out with 6 points. So 50-50 chance that they might, you know, historically speaking, 50-50 chance they win games in this arena, the Little Caesars Arena. Now, back when it was the Joe Louis Arena, the Sharks played 44 games there all time. 12, 28, and 1. 12, 28, 1, and 3, pardon me, because there used to be ties back in the day. So, you know, This is technically the 51st all-time regular season game played in Detroit for the San Jose Sharks. And, you know, out of those 50 previous games, the Sharks were only able to come away with 14 dubs. So, you know, I'm going to just focus more so on the more recent success. When we were in Detroit last year, Granlund got that overtime game winner. And, of course, this season, the Sharks lead the season series 1-0 with that Macklin Celebrini overtime winner in San Jose. So this is it. This will be the last time that these two clubs meet together. And hopefully the Sharks could sweep the season series, because that'll be nice. It's kind of been, you know, being a Sharks fan, having to see the squad kind of fall within the bottom 5 for the last few years. You know, you kind of try to look forward to like the little victories, and to me, winning season series is definitely, you know, something that I feel like, you know, beneficial to the team, something to build upon, something to give fans like, you know, like some bragging rights. You know what I'm saying? All right, Sharks sustaining some offensive pressure. Oh, a shot goes wide. Husso did not see that puck trickle off of the wall behind the trapezoid and go to the other side, but there's no Sharks there. There's a wide open net, man. Goodrow ices the puck, but Kyle Granlund wins the race and kills the icing. I love it, dude. Love it. Granlund wearing the alternate captain's patch on the road. He's one of the many alternate captains for San Jose. A lot of history between these two clubs, considering that the Sharks won their first ever playoff series, that Game 7 quarterfinals victory in 92-93, the first year they were actually playing in San Jose, California. For those of you that do not know, the Sharks, when San Jose was awarded the expansion team back in 91, they played their first 2 seasons in the Cal Palace, which is technically Daly City. So when that first year they came to San Jose and played in the Shark Tank, the year they moved into the Shark Tank rather, you know, they went to the playoffs and they upsetted the number 1 seeded Detroit Red Wings in 7 games, and it's, you know, it's been history since then, right? Oh, good saves by Georgiev. Another good save. A lot of close shots on Georgiev within his crease, which is another way of saying a lot of rebounds, but nonetheless, you know, he fought them all off, so I like it. Again, Georgiev has been kind of on the short end of the stick here for Sharks fans. You know, they nicknamed him Forgiev, but his last 2 games have been quality starts. I think probably specifically the last game against Utah was stood out much more than the game against the Vegas Golden Knights. You know, this is his 7th. He has 0 wins in his last 6 starts, so let's hope that, you know, lucky number 7 here will give him the dub. Oh, another nasty rebound. Great save, but these rebounds are getting dangerous. Good save by Georgiev, man. The Red Wings are waking up. Good save by Georgiev. My goodness, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Sharks, help him out, man. Get it out of the zone. Come on, man. There you go. Line change, please. Wow. So let's just break it down. All right. In the last, let's see, minute. Let me do the math here. 5. That's in the last like 1 minute and 15 seconds. So the last 75 seconds. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 8 shots on goal came in the last 70 seconds on Georgiev, and he stopped them all. But I would say about half of those were some pretty nasty rebounds. Got to clean that up, man. All right, we're cruising through this first period, man. Already in the 12th minute of this first period. 12th of 20. The Sharks look good, but in the last 2-3 minutes, it's been all Detroit. Dude, Georgiev plays the puck behind the net in the trapezoid. In the past, it got to his intended teammate, but he loses possession, and now the Red Wings continue their pressure. But back to the point is, I would like to see the San Jose Sharks netminders stop playing the freaking puck, man. It's almost like 3 out of 4 times the Sharks netminder tries to play the puck, it becomes a turnover. And like a high danger one, as they call it. I'm not a big like advanced stats guy, but if you're gonna turn over the puck while you're on the opposite side of the net in the trapezoid, I think that's considered high danger. Anyways. Let's go, man. All right, as we have a subject play, I just want to say a quick shout out to everybody joining me, whether you're on TikTok, YouTube, X, and or Twitch. Welcome to our live watch-along party. The San Jose Sharks are taking on the Detroit Red Wings. Just want to say thank you to everybody chiming in because of all of you out there. We're looking at 70-plus live viewers currently at this moment. You guys continue to help Shark City Hockey maintain the title as the #1 trending live stream in Sharks territory. I mean, because of you guys out there, you make this like the go-to source for your San Jose Sharks fandom, and I appreciate it. Don't forget to interact with each other, and don't be afraid to drop a comment in the comment section. Got another stoppage in play. Looks like we're gonna get a TV timeout. While I do the TV timeout, pardon me, I'm just gonna share this live stream with everybody else across the across our social channels here. All right. Yeah, all right. So thank you guys, everybody out there chiming in. I'm Aaron James, creative at Shark City Hockey, which is starting to become the ultimate fan voice for San Jose Sharks fandom and fan lore. It's been an exciting 13 minutes of hockey for San Jose Sharks fans, specifically just a minute and 45 seconds in. John Ruda got his second goal of the season to start things off. Assisted by Will Smith and Alexander Wenberg. I hope that the Sharks freaking find a dub. It's been a long time coming, right? I'm trying to remember. I know they got 2 wins in the last 10 games, but my gosh, like when's the last dub like we actually had? Feels like it's been forever ago. January 4th. That's right. Those 2 dubs are actually to begin off the year now, remember. So, end of the year on a nasty losing streak. So what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games losing streak to end 2024 in December. And then we started off pretty hot beginning of the year. First 2 games we get dubs against some really solid clubs, the Tampa Bay Lightning and New Jersey, but haven't got a dub in the last week. So the 7th, the Sharks lost to the Golden Knights. They lost to the Utah Hockey Club on the 10th, and then the next night on the 11th, they lost to the Wild. Of course, this is the first of 5 games, the 5-game road trip here for the Sharks. So, I really hope to see them start piling up the dubs. It's not going to be an easy task. All right, so you got Detroit, you got the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the New York Islanders up next. So, as of today, just looking at at where they stand in the league, the New York Islanders is, even though they're the 26th ranked team in the league, they still got a few more wins than the Sharks. I'm hoping that'll be one that we could skate away with. But Columbus Blue Jackets sitting right there in the middle, 17th ranked team with 20 victories. Boston obviously is always going to be a tough team to play for the Sharks. I mean, they're the 16th ranked team right now, but they've historically kind of always had our number. The Nashville Predators is the very next game after that, and that might be one that we'll see if that's a game that anyone wants to win. As a matter of fact, the Sharks have a home-and-home series against the Nashville Predators. They close out the road trip against Nashville, and then they come right back home and they play Nashville. And this is a team that's the 30th ranked team. Sharks are 31st, so it'll be fun to see these 2 games to see which one's going to want to actually get the points. Anyways, all right, so we're about 5 minutes remaining in this first period. Sounds like the Sharks have a 1-0 lead. Thank you to everybody chiming in. Can't wait to see who gets the next goal. As a matter of fact, y'all let me know who you think is going to get the next goal, Detroit or San Jose. So it's kind of been all Detroit since the Sharks scored their goal. Not so much action in the last 3 minutes here. The last shot on goal happened at 7 minutes and 31 seconds. So it's been a lot of back and forth, 200-foot game for both squads. But here come the Red Wings again, trying to get offensive pressure. And of course, like it has been in the last 3 minutes plus, just kind of zone entry, turnover, or a block shot, and then just goes the other way. So TV timeout again. Imagine with how fast this first period kind of went. I mean, I imagine there'll be a few more TV timeouts so they could get that revenue, right? You got to get that commercial, get those sponsors. But so far, all the action has really been in that first 2 minutes. John Ruda gets the goal. And, Detroit, they did go on a little flurry there, registering about 7 shots in 70 seconds. I would say about 4 of those shots registered are contributed to the fact that Alexander Georgiev allowed a lot of rebounds right in front of, immediately right next to a Red Wing. So gotta clean up those rebounds, have some more rebound control. But right now, the only offensive play happened just 14 feet away from the net when Ruda was able to wrist one home for the San Jose Sharks. So we'll go into the intermission stats. We'll go into the team stats. We'll go into the box score, as they call it. We'll go into the face-off summary. And as usual, we'll take a look at scores from around the league during the intermission. So don't go anywhere as we continue our live reaction to the action. San Jose Sharks at the Detroit Red Wings. Will Smith, really happy to see him get an assist on that goal, considering that his last game he was benched for the entire third period, and he's on that third line kind of as a result of his performance on Saturday. So it's nice to see him contribute to that first goal. He got the primary assist. All right, here we go. Game on. And there it is. One of the things I said that we have to make sure we don't do is give freaking the number 2 ranked power play in the league an opportunity. And here it is. It looks like Mario Ferraro is getting called for holding against Tyler. Is a Mote or Mote? Doesn't matter. Sharks got to go to work. They're going to be on the penalty kill. So let's get some type defend, type PK. Leave an emoji, a work emoji, a hammer, anything, because the Sharks got to go to work. The second ranked power play in the league. So far, 2 shots in the first 20 seconds of this power play. Only one of them hit the net. Ooh. Sharks are kind of lucking out right now. A lot of wide shots going wide. But this power play unit, they got some speed, man. They're definitely making the Sharks work. A lot of stretch passes. Kane is on this unit. Kane has 10 points in his last 5 games. 7 of them are assists. Gotta watch out for him. And the Sharks clear it. All right, Sharks killing half of this penalty now. I love it. All right, let's go, baby. Looking at 40 seconds remaining. I see Jan Ruda out there. Mikhail Gralin. Doesn't matter. They're making a change. All right, so Vlasic and Ruda are in defense out there with Nico Sturm and William Eklund. That is our penalty kill unit at the moment. Great save by Georgiev, but a nasty freaking rebound again in the slot. Eklund trying to create opportunity. Great pass to Nico Sturm. Nico Sturm scores! Woo! Woo! Shorty, baby! Woo! Yeah! William Eklund, who is on a hot streak. Beautiful backhand pass to get. He had an opportunity. To go on a breakaway. He gets cut off by 2 defenders, and he makes a sweet backhanded pass to give Nico Sturm a one-on-one opportunity on a breakaway, and he puts it away. Shorthanded goal, 5th goal of the year. William Eklund gets his 23rd assist, and check it out. Marc-Edouard Vlasic back in the lineup again, scores an assist again. Sharks are undefeated with Marc-Edouard Vlasic in the net. In the game, Vlasic gets his 2nd assist of the season in his 2nd game back. I love it. How about them Sharks, baby? How about them Sharks? Yeah, 2-0 San Jose. 2 goals off of 4 shots. My bad. The Sharks have a 2-0 lead off of 4 shots. How about that, Red Wing fans? I can see the momentum. Sharks are buzzing right now, baby. You can see it on the ice. That was sick. That was a beautiful goal by Eklund, baby. That was sick. And how about Georgiev, man? I know the rebounds have been a little bit worrisome, but nonetheless, he's standing his ground, baby. I love it. So, pardon me, I stand corrected. Vlasic has, this is his third game of the season. He has 2 assists in his 3 games played. Eklund extends that point streak, all right? So he has 6 points in his last 6 games, 3 goals and 3 assists. And, of course, you know, Nico Sturm, man, shorthanded goal with just 2 minutes and some change remaining. He scores at 17:41, 5th goal of the season. Oh, gosh, here come the Sharks again, 2-on-1. Eklund, 3-on-2, and pardon me, opportunity. Dude, Eklund is looking like he's looking like he's like just focused, man. He's in the zone. He's in the zone right now as we got a minute remaining in this first period. Probably a period that the Red Wings want to see come to an end so they can get into the locker room and figure out what the heck just happened. So it sounds like Sharks scored within the first 2 minutes of the game, and then scored with just a little bit over 2 minutes from remaining in this first period. So, face off deep in Detroit's zone. Blocker's side of Husso. Battle along the half wall for the puck. Detroit's able to clear it. But right now, Sharks are command of this game. You can see it in the poise. You can see it with the momentum. Eklund is in the zone. His passing is on point right now. Oh, beautiful steal from Celebrini. What a spinning deke to get rid of people. That should be a penalty, but it is what it is. Maybe they didn't think it was boarding, but he was shoved into the boards. But, whoo, that 70s line is buzzing, baby. 71 and 72. They're feeling it. What a freaking period for the San Jose Sharks. All right. Yeah, it's time for our intermission, baby. I love it. All right, so let's turn up the music a little bit, huh? Give me a minute to get something to sip on. Got a comment saying, WTF, goal in the power play. That's right. Sharks got a shorthanded goal. All right, let's do this. Let's do this, fam. This is fun. That's been a fun 20 minutes. I ain't trying to be the downer here or jinx it, but that's what they said this season was going to be all about, right? Like right now, the Sharks are the 31st ranked team in the league, but the games will be more entertaining and fun to watch. Well, that's what we got here so far, and let's hope that it continues this way and ends in a regulation win. Just a reminder, the previous game did go to overtime. Sharks won that one in San Jose. Final score 5-4. Mac Celebrini getting the game winner. Last time the Sharks played in Detroit was last season. Patrick Kane's debut, his return. And Mikhail Granlund won that game in overtime. So I'm liking the Sharks' odds in this game, baby. All right, let's talk about the stats through 20 minutes here. So shots on goal. San Jose has 4 shots on goal. They're able to generate 2 goals out of that. So gotta love it, baby. 50% of those shots are going in. Right now, the Detroit Red Wings, they piled on 12. 3 times as many shots. Again, as I mentioned, a lot of these are because of rebound control or the lack of rebound control by Alexander Georgiev. But let's see if he'll clean that up. Right now, faceoffs are listed as 50 apiece, but NHL.com typically that stat it does change, so we'll revisit that in just a minute. 2 penalties and 2 penalty minutes, pardon me, for the San Jose Sharks, and that was because Mario Ferraro was holding against Tyler. Mote. Is that how you say his name? Let me make sure I'm saying that name correctly. But nonetheless, Mario Ferraro gets called for a holding penalty at 15 minutes and 42 seconds of that first period. And you know what? We can forgive him in Sharks territory. So Tyler Mott. All right, so he was holding against Tyler Mott of Detroit, and we'll forgive him because that led to an amazing shorthanded goal. All right, so we'll talk about the goals in a second. 3 hits for San Jose, 8 for Detroit, 5 blocked shots for the Sharks, and I'm not too sure if these are specifically blocked shots. I know Mario Ferraro did block one, but it could just be that the Detroit Red Wings are shooting them into our guys. Detroit has 3 blocked shots. Giveaways for San Jose's 3, 7 for Detroit, 2 takeaways for the Sharks, 3 for the Red Wings. All right, so right now the face-off percentage is still listed as 50-50. So with that being said, let's go into our face-off summary that we always do during our intermission reports here for the Shark City Hockey watch-along parties with real-time reactions to the action. Okay, so right now the San Jose Sharks are listed as having won 50% of the total face-offs as a team collectively. They're 7 for 14, 6 for 12 even strength, 1 for 2 while short-handed. Either way you look at it, it's 50%. Let's break that down now per zone. As a team collectively, the Sharks, while even strength, are 3 for 5 in the offensive zone, 3 for 4 in the defensive zone, 0 for 3 in the neutral zone, 6 for 12, 50%. While short-handed, they're 0 for 1 in the defensive zone and 1 for 1 in the neutral zone, 1 for 2, 50%. Again, collectively as a team, they're 7 for 14, 50%. Now let's break it down individually. Let's see who's contributing to that stat. Starting off with Nico Sturm. He is 1 for 1 in the offensive zone while on even strength, and 0 for 1 in the neutral zone at even strength. So he's 1 for 2, 50%. Luke Cunnin has had 3 face-offs total. He's 1 for 3, 33%. While even strength, he's 0 for 1 in the neutral zone, 1 for 1 in the defensive zone. While short-handed, he's 0 for 1 in the defensive zone. Luke Cunnin, 1 for 3, 33% in the face-off dot. Alexander Wenberg is 1 for 1 in the neutral zone. He took that face-off draw while short-handed, and that's where he stands for this first period, 1 for 1, 100%. Ty Dellandrea is 1 for 1 while even strength in the offensive zone, and that's the only opportunity he had, so he's 1 for 1, 100% in that first period on the face-offs. Macklin Celebrini, as usual, always takes face-offs while at even strength. He's had some looks at every zone, so let's break it down. 1 for 3 in the offensive zone, 2 for 3 in the defensive zone, 0 for 1 in the neutral zone. Macklin Celebrini is 3 for 7, 43% in that face-off dot for the first period. All right, so that right there is your face-off summary. Before I continue, I want to say thank you to everybody who's chiming in, whichever platform you're chiming in on. Because of all you out there, you make Shark City Hockey's live streams the #1 trending live streams in Sharks territory. I appreciate it. Let's go into the goal scorers now here. So 2 goals were scored in that first period, both by the San Jose Sharks. Started early, and they did not slow down, baby. Gotta love it. So Jan Ruda gets the first goal of the evening. It started with an pardon me. It started with pretty much Detroit, I would say maybe just mishandling the puck. How you want to say it? Or just, essentially mishandling the puck. Or we'll rephrase it to sound better for the Sharks. How about that? So, Alexander Winberg was able to win a battle in the by the half wall behind the goal line in Detroit's zone. He was able to feed that puck to Will Smith, who was in the slot. He takes a shot on net, gets his own rebound, passes it towards the point. Jan Ruda was in between the blue line and the top of the face-off circle. He elects to take a wrist shot from the point in which he got that pass from Will Smith, and he buried it. So again, the goal was just 14 feet away from the net. All right, Jan Ruda was practically, pressing, but nonetheless got a goal. Like, he was pinching from the blue line. Gotta love it. His second goal of the year. Will Smith's 9th assist of the season. Alexander Wenberg's 13th assist of the year. So, again, Wenberg wins the battle behind the goal line in Detroit's zone on the half wall. Centers it to Will Smith, who takes a shot on goal, gets his own rebound, elects to pass it backwards to create more offensive opportunity. You gotta love that, because I know if I was on the ice and I got my own rebound, my instincts will automatically make me want to put another shot on goal. But Will Smith he had a defender. He was getting some pressure. He recognized that. He sent it back to Ruda, who was pinching from the point. And Ruda gets that puck and wrist shots it home for a 1-0 Sharks lead, a minute and 45 seconds into the first period. Now the second goal, a thing of beauty, man. A thing of beauty. So it starts off with, it was shorthanded, first and foremost. Nico Sturm scores shorthanded, his 5th goal of the season at 17 minutes and 41 seconds in that first period, assisted by William Eklund, his 23rd of the year, and Mark Edward Vlasic, his 2nd of the season, 2nd in his just 3rd game back. Gotta love it. This all started on the PK deep in the Shark zone, where Vlasic was able to get a rebound in the slot. He had Eklund, who was kind of already starting to do his offensive rush out of the zone. So he finds Eklund. Eklund retrieves the puck at the blue line, and now it's off to the races. It looks like it's going to be a breaker opportunity, but both Detroit's defenders quickly closed in on Eklund on both sides and took away the lane before he even got to the blue line of Detroit's zone. Eklund then, noticing that not just those two defenders, but an additional forward was committing to him, also sees in the center faceoff logo at center ice, Nico Sturm making his way toward the zone, the blue line. So he does a beautiful backhanded pass to Nico Sturm, and then he sets him up for a breakaway opportunity one-on-one with Detroit's Husso in net, and Nico Sturm was able to finish the job and get a kind of deke Husso out of position and sends it home on a wrist shot for his 5th goal of the season, shorthanded goal, 17 minutes 41 seconds in. A thing of beauty. All right, and those are your goal scorers again in that first period. San Jose Sharks has a 2-0 lead after one. Let's take a look now at what's going on around the league. All right, nice healthy how do I say this properly? Matchup, lineup, whichever you want, pick or choose. But a lot of action going around the league today here on this Tuesday, January 14th. So we got 13 total games going on across the league. Let's take a look at some that are already in progress. The Philadelphia Flyers and the Columbus Blue Jackets are tied up 1 apiece at the end of one period. Game's going down in Columbus. That's who the Sharks are going to be playing next, by the way. Sharks will be taking a trip to the Columbus Blue Jackets on Thursday, so that'll be exciting. Pay attention to that game. Boston Bruins have a 2-0 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's who the Sharks will be playing next Monday. As they're on this is like their 4th nice lengthy road trip of the season. 5-game road trip. So the Boston Bruins have a 2-0 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning after one period. Another game going down in the nation's capital is the Washington Capitals have a 2-0 lead over the Anaheim Ducks after one period. In Toronto, the Dallas Stars are in a 1-1 tie with the Maple Leafs after one period. The Pittsburgh Penguins, hosting the Seattle Kraken, are in a 1-1 tie. And in progress right now, both of these games almost midway through their first period. The Florida Panthers are in New Jersey in a 0-0 tie, and the Ottawa Senators are in New York, specifically taking on the Islanders. They're in a 0-0 tie. So, we've got a lot of similarities there. Either your score is 1-1, 0-0, or 2-0. Thank goodness the Sharks have that 2-0 lead over Detroit right now after one. Some games that will be going on shortly here, like in a matter of minutes. You have the Calgary Flames taking on the St. Louis Blues in St. Louis. You have the Vancouver Canucks in Winnipeg taking on the Jets, and the Vegas Golden Knights in Nashville taking on the Predators. Those three games will be starting in a matter of moments. And in about an hour, you have the New York Rangers in Colorado taking on the Avalanche, and the Montreal Canadiens in Utah taking on the Hockey Club. So, we'll take a look at these games throughout our live watch-along party. So that's a look around the league, and that's been our first intermission report. Let's take a look at how much time we have. About 3 minutes before game on for the second period in Detroit. San Jose Sharks have a 2-0 lead, courtesy of Jean Ruda and Nico Sturm. Love it. I love it. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to chill, turn up the music for y'all. And yeah, save the voice a little bit for some more real-time reaction to the action. I'm Aaron James. This is the Shark City Hockey Live Watch-Along Party. Thanks to all of you out there. This is the #1 trending live stream in all of Sharks territory, specifically fan-made. All right, so want to quickly, I don't think this needs to be said, but obviously there is no affiliation with the actual team. We are just fans like you out there, die-hard fans, super fans, hardcore fans, whatever you want to call it. That's what you'll find here at Shark City Hockey. Fandom, fan lore. All right. Excuse me. This is some good energy drink. You're wondering what I drink? It's V8 Energy. I don't know if y'all ever had V8 Energy, but that's some good stuff. If you're a person that likes energy drinks but are trying to get off of like actual energy drinks, I recommend this. It's not a plug. It's not a an ad. Just sharing, sharing, putting you out some game as they call it. But the energy comes from black and green tea, and obviously each drink is combined servings of one combined serving of fruit and veggies. So gotta like it. It's pretty good. I like the strawberry banana flavor. You know what? While we have some downtime, how many of y'all out there that are watching went to Raw last night in San Jose? WWE Raw, which is on Netflix now, had their second show on Netflix in San Jose, California at the Shark Tank. How about Uso? How about Uso? Jay Uso over there rocking the old school OG San Jose Sharks logo for his shirt. As we said previously on our social media accounts, that logo is the undisputed greatest logo of all time. And to see, members of the World Wrestling Entertainment, the superstars, recognize that as well, that's what's up. Obviously Bailey was there too. I just want to say this, all right? So this might rub people the wrong way, and I know it's a thing for WWE. Now, Uso, they're from the Bay. You gotta respect that, okay? Usos are from the Bay, right? And so is Bailey. I respect that. But Bailey is from Concord, people. Stop saying you're from San Jose. Just say you're from Concord, all right? It's fine. We know you're from Concord. Anyways. But what I really enjoyed, which, you know, if you're listening, Sharks, which sometimes they are, I know that they'll be chiming in on this watch party here and there. You know, so does another major sports account. That's right. We've seen you, Bleacher Report, open nice in our live streams. You can't hide. Anyways, the dopest thing that I thought was awesome was that drone footage, man. Now I know the NHL utilized a drone during the draft at the Sphere because I was there when the Sharks drafted Macklin Celebrini. I was at the Sphere, and I see them using the drone to go amongst the crowd. WWE did a fantastic job. I loved how they did it to enter the arena, but specifically how they go past the city crest, I guess is what you want to call it, and how they use a drone to like essentially enter the seating area, and then they fly all around the fence. If the Sharks could implement that in their broadcast, that would be freaking outstanding. Speaking of which, let's get back to the game. Game on now. Let's do this. The puck has dropped for the second period. It's been a great 20 minutes for the San Jose Sharks. Let's see how that how the second period goes. FYI, it looks like the NHL did change the shots on goal. They give the Sharks 6 shots on goal in that period. So they are not 2 for 4. They're 2 for 6. Either way, I like it. All right, here we go, baby. Oh! My bad. I was reacting. The freaking Detroit Red Wings almost had a lucky bounce. The puck hit off the boards. Georgiev went to go in a trapezoid to handle the puck like the goalies usually do, and it took an awkward bounce and started to make its way toward the open net. Georgiev noticed it and was able to get on it, and damn it. I was about to say prevent a goal, but they just scored. All right. And just like that, the lead is cut in half. Wow. He just buried that over the shoulder of Georgiev. He didn't even see that shot coming. You could tell the way he reacted late. Vladimir Tarasenko gets his 5th goal of the season. 1 minute, 28 seconds into the game. Assisted by Edvinsson, 13th of the year, and Berggren, 5th of the year. Pardon me really quick. I had to sneeze, my bad. So 2-1. Detroit scores, cuts the lead in half. 1 minute, 28 seconds in the second period. So both periods begin with some quick goals. This time, Detroit lights the lamp. But I like to see the Sharks. They're answering back. I like it. But it doesn't matter right now. It's 2-1. 2-1.
So what you wanna do? How you gonna act? Ready to attack when I hear a
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Come on. My fault. It looks like the Sharks are gonna go back to work on the power play. Oh my gosh. Who is that? Is that Goodrow? Goodrow's getting called for tripping. Wait, is it Goodrow or is it Ty Dellandrea? 53 or 23? Looks like Ty Dellandrea. I stand corrected. Pardon me. So Ty Dellandrea gets called at 3 minutes 12 seconds to the second period for tripping against Joe Villano. My bad. And the Sharks got to go to work, baby. All right. You know what to do. Type PK in the comment section. Type defend. Put some tools, whatever you want to do, because the Sharks got to go to work. Of course, you know, the second ranked power play in the league coming to this game Detroit has. I mean, the good news is the Sharks scored a goal the last time. Let's see what happens this time around. Come on, baby. It's a little bit different circumstance considering that Detroit just opened up the period with the goal. I would hate to see this freaking lead evaporate in less than freaking 5 minutes in the second period. But the Sharks have work to do. Another minute of PK time. Oh! That was an awkward looking save. Puck deflects high and over the net, but dang, man. This power play isn't moving as fast as the last one I noticed that Detroit had. They are not skating around or stretching the passes out. They're being a little bit more decisive, spending a little bit more time trying to, you know, figure out where they want to send the puck. I think the Sharks are going to kill this one. Ooh, Wallman with the blast. Obviously, we all want to see Wallman score. Sharks do kill off this penalty, so 0 for 2. Or 2 for 0. 2 for 2, my bad, for the Sharks. 0 for 2 for Detroit. Now the Sharks trying to go to work. Looks like that 70s line's out there. Eklund, Celebrini, Foley. Oh, Eklund tried to do a stretch pass to Celebrini, but that was like pretty obvious. Detroit read that one like a book, and now they're operating in the Shark zone again. Very frantic 6 minutes to begin this period for the Sharks, but here they come again. 70s line stays out there, trying to set up. Vlasic shot gets blocked, you lucky. You're so lucky. Vlasic had such a good look right there. Alright, looks like we're going to do a TV timeout. Let's see. Yep, I knew it. Whew! That was edge of your seat, nerve-wracking hockey if you're a Sharks fan, that's for sure, man. Detroit able to cut the lead in half. And then they were awarded a power play. Sharks are able to survive that one. TV timeout will pretty much serve us more than the Detroit Red Wings because, man, they were buzzing there for a second. All right, I'm going to take a breather myself. Let's turn up the music for a little bit, huh? Before I do that, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's chiming in tonight. I'm Aaron James, your host of this live watch along party for Shark City Hockey, your go-to source for San Jose Sharks fandom. I got a comment saying Huso's trash. Hope he never wears a winged will again. Ooh-wee. Keep the comments coming, fam. Keep the comments coming. Let's shut up the music a little bit while we're on this TV timeout. All right. Looks like we have game on right here. Game on. All right. To the fan that I assume is from, the Red Wings fan base, saying that Huso's trash and hoping never wears a winged will again. Yep, and there it is confirmed. Even though I'm a Wings fan, I would laugh to see Wallman do it gritty again at the Little Caesars Arena. That'd be pretty amazing. That'll be funny. I cannot blame Detroit for going with Huso this game, because in the last 3 years he's 2-0-1. Another way of saying his last 3 games he was 2-0-1 against the Sharks. So I can see that's why he went with him, or Detroit went with him. But yes, I'm sure that Wallman will have nothing more than to do it gritty for Yzerman to see in Detroit. All right, come on, boys. Pardon me for being a little quiet there for a second. Every now and then I get a little lost in the action. Sharks are kind of struggling to get out of the half wall. They finally do clear the zone. Looks like they're going to dump the puck and do a line change. God, someone says, I think Talbot needs a rest and line is injured, so we have to rely on Huso. He's been in the AHL most of the year despite his $5 million contract. Ooh-wee. Gives the Sharks a good chance to break our streak, though, so good luck. Not a bad streak. 7 for, 7 in a row. I mean, honestly, the Sharks do have the season series lead with that overtime victory in San Jose in November. And the last time the Sharks played in Detroit, Mikhail Granlund scored an overtime game winner. So Don't blame it on the goalie. No, just kidding. I feel you, man. We're guilty here at Sharks territory of blaming all of our woes on our goaltender as well. There's a lot of fans that will be chiming in to this game, just anticipating Georgiev to, do what he's been doing. I'm a little bit hopeful because his last 2 starts have been quality starts, even though he hasn't had a victory in the last 6 games he started. So here we go. Sharks are on the attack now. That 70s line is out there to Foley, Celebrini, Eklund. Getting a little bit quiet here. Literally, the last shot on goal was about almost 5 minutes ago, 14:58. Oh, I sound corrected. 14:27. All right, I sound corrected again. My bad. I'm looking. This is 11 minutes, so not too long ago. But nonetheless, 3 shots. 3 shots in the last 5 minutes is what I'm trying to say. So comment saying Sharks will win both against Wings and will miss the playoff on a tie break again. Dang, that would be tough. Well, this game ain't over till it's over, and right now we're a little bit more than halfway through it. So TV timeout again. Sharks have a 2-1 lead. This period is kind of slowing down. Last period, Sharks had 6 shots on goal. Detroit have 12. Right now, halfway through this one, Sharks have generated 2 shots on goal, and Detroit has generated 5. So the total 8 for San Jose, 17 for Detroit. This has kind of been a more cautiously played period from both teams. So let's see if the tempo picks up here in the next 9 minutes. All right, turn the music here for the TV timeout, fam. All right, game on, fam. Game on. Here we go. All right, baby, let's go. Come on. Way too much back and forth 200-foot game right now. We'd love to see a little bit more offense generated by the Sharks. I mean, gotta be happy with what I've seen, but the Sharks have been guilty of being called a 40-minute team. Another way of saying that they only play 2 periods. Gotta see, gotta see something give. Sharks dropping their last 3 games in a row after winning 2 to start out the month of January. This is game 1 of a 5-game road trip for the San Jose Sharks. Had some lengthy trips. This this first 4 months of the season. Oh man, here comes Detroit now. Good job by Toffoli to steal it away. Man, Celebrity's been getting his share of contact in this game, man. Detroit is not shying away from putting hands or a body on our number 1 overall draft choice. What a pass! Here comes Goodrow with a shot, and that looked better in transit than it did when it arrived at its destination. Easy save looked like for Uso. Alright, here come the Sharks again. Ty DeAndrea, Nico Sturm. This fourth line creating some offense for the Sharks. Goodrow steals the puck in the trapezoid. Alright, Goodrow. Oh, tip by DeAndrea right in front of the crease. Obviously didn't go anywhere. It was saved, but damn. This fourth line is looking solid, man. Wenberg out there now. Looks like they're transitioning to the third line. Sharks change while on the attack. Will Smith and Luke Cunningham also jump out there. Got a question saying, how has the situation been since you traded your goalies? Pretty interesting move, to be fair. It depends on who you ask. If you ask fans of, as we like to dub them, like Team Tank, then it's been fantastic. I mean, you look at Mark-Edward Vlasic being Mackenzie Blackwood being recognized for his outstanding play this last week by the league. He was recognized by the league. I mean, the guy's a stud. He's a stud. As I mentioned, unfortunately, Vitek Vanacek, who presumably is your starting goaltender for the San Jose Sharks by default. He was the backup to Blackwood. He's been injured. Took a puck to the face a few weeks ago. I think it's a fractured cheek. So, he's considered week to week. So that's unfortunate. But back to what I'm trying to get at is the only thing that's been good for Sharks territory, unfortunately, given the circumstances, but the only thing that's been solid for us here in the fan base is that we get to see Yaroslav Askarov take some shifts with the main roster. Obviously, Askarov will return to the San Jose Barracuda, and I've been saying this, and all fans really want him to stay in, with the Sharks, but he's just here until Vitek Vanacek is ready to go. Back in the lineup. Case in point, Shakir Mukhamadullin. He was sent back yesterday. He's a fantastic big defender that has a bright future with the Sharks main roster for years to come, as long as he wants to be here, right? But back to the point is, he got sent back down to the CUDA. The same thing's going to happen to Askarov. So to answer your question, the situation is as expected. Georgiev and Vanacek, at the time of the trade, were both in the bottom 13 of the goaltenders ranked by MoneyPuck.com, which is a polite way of saying that the Sharks had one of the best goalies in the league, probably not playing for one of the best teams, but definitely one of the best goalies in the league. Their number one undisputed starting goaltender. Traded him away, got Georgiev, and immediately end up having one of the worst goalie tandems in the league. I mean, it's simple. And I love my Sharks, but I'll call it how it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, if you're going to wear Teal, I'm going to get behind you as much as I can. And Georgiev, to give some credit, again, his last 2 starts have been quality starts. Hasn't had a victory in his last 6 starts, but the last 2 games, he's been looking better. He's on the rise. So the best thing about this has been we got to see Askarov play. And then Nikolai Kovalenko, another rookie forward, has been fantastic. He's been hot since he's been on the Sharks. Immediately put in a top 6 forward role. And, he shined, man. He looked good. Unfortunately, I believe he's also out with some injuries right now. And then, of course, we'll see what that second round pick equates to in 2026. So, and we'll have to wait and see for that. But yeah, the situation has pretty much been Sharks looked pretty damn good to close out November. Are going through closing out November they look hot, and then like that second week I think it was the first week they made the trade of November, first or second week, all right. My memory is kind of part of my memory, if it's not 100% accurate, but it's within that first 2 weeks they made that trade, and since then we dropped to the bottom 3 teams. So depending on who you ask, it may be going according to plan, or for those who, like myself, at times get a little frustrated with the lack of consistency. It's like, man, they've definitely been trending downwards, but I think a lot of fans anticipate or expected this to be a top 5 draft pick season. So whenever they, when that deal was made, it made some people out there happy. Question is, can Wings win? Well, here we are. About 5 minutes left to go in this second frame, and it's a 1-goal game. Obviously, I'm hoping that they don't. Hoping the Sharks could sweep the season series 2-0. Have a little, some bragging rights for another season. Last time we were in this building a year ago, we got the dub in overtime. The last time these 2 teams played in November, we got the dub in overtime at home. So with the 2-1 score right now, I'm hoping that Georgiev doesn't surrender anymore, but it's very likely that this could be an overtime game. You never know. So I'm glad Wallman's having a good time with the Sharks. He was well liked in Detroit. Wallman's been solid for the Sharks, man. Like from the start. I believe he has 23 points or 24 points in his last. It's one of those. It's either 23 in his last 24 or 24 in his last 23. I shared it at the top of the stream. Let me just look at that one more time. So specifically 6 points in his last 7 games. But I believe he had, like, his streak is like 24 points in his last 23 games, I think. Or, scratch that, reverse it, whichever. But you get the point. The guy's on a point per game average, so gotta love it. All right. So, here we go. Final 4 minutes of the second period. Sharks going to get a face-off deep in Detroit's zone. All right. Sharks win the face-off. Ooh, nice shot by Luke Cunnin. Sharks' third line is out there. Cunnin, Smith, and Wenberg, I believe it should be. Yep. They obviously, with Ruda and Vlasic on the blue line with them, they were responsible for that first goal just less than 2 minutes into the game. Obviously paying attention to that line. Will Smith getting third line minutes after being benched for all the third period in the last game on Saturday. So, looking at that game, looking at that line, happy for him to get in on the first goal. All right, just a reminder that for the second intermission, we will go over the box score, the team stats, the face-off summary, the goals, and we'll take a look around the league and check out the scores going on this Tuesday night in the National Hockey League. May step aside for a quick break, like a 2-minute break tops. Get me another juice to drink, maybe even something to snack on, and then we'll get ready for that intermission and get ready for the final frame here in Detroit. Just the 7th game in which the Sharks are playing in the Little Caesars Arena. 51st game, I believe it was, that I share. All-time game in Detroit, though. So they played 44 games in the Joe Louis Arena, and this is the 7th game in the Little Caesars Arena. While I have y'all here, a quick shout out to everybody chiming in, whether you're chiming in on X, Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok. I really appreciate you spending your Tuesday evening here, or Tuesday afternoon, if you are like me here in the Bay Area, specifically San Jose, California, aka Shark City. Because of all you, we have the #1 trending stream in Sharks territory, #1 trending live stream in Sharks territory, and Georgiev made a solid save right there, man. Had some traffic in front, but he was able to make a great save. Georgiev is starting to look, he's having a little bit more poise. I like it. There's a big old screen in front of him, and cool, calm, and collective, man. Glove hand save. Georgiev is starting to have some confidence. I like it. I'm going to say that this would be his 3rd quality start in a row. I'm just going to dub it now. Hopefully it's not a jinx. I don't think it's going to be a jinx, but after 2 periods, he's been pretty good, man. Considering that he has 17 saves on the night already. Here comes Detroit trying to tie up this game before the second intermission. Sharks now. Top line out there, Granlund, Graf, and Zetterlund. Granlund's a guy that we need to see. We need to see him get hot again, man. He's on a cold streak. Some fans, and I remember I said this not too long ago, but I was starting to be a little sus. Like, is Granlund going? Is he on a cold streak? Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Intentionally trying to not be sent away during the trade deadline. Obviously, Granlund and Blackwood being on contract year were considered the 2 big contracts, or the 2 big UFAs that the Sharks would move. Obviously, Blackwood was moved. Granlund is considered to be the next one. There have been rumors of other players in the locker room like Ferraro, and then more so just noise being made by the fan base for guys that they just kind of want to see the team move on from, as they quote-unquote dubbed the future is Teal this year. But Granlund, like Blackwood, wants to be a Shark and wants to stay in San Jose. So, Blackwood, I think, with Askarov being acquired in the offseason, it was pretty obvious that, Askarov is the goal of the future. So, in many ways, I could understand the Sharks deciding to move on from Blackwood, even though fans wanted to see the Blackwood-Askarov or Askarov-Blackwood, give or take, a combination in San Jose. That 1-2 punch could have been like like back in the day when we had like Nabokov Skala, Nabokov Kiprasov. You know what I mean? It would have been great. But, you know, it's kind of obvious that Askarov is going to be the goaltender that they lean on for the future. Ooh, opportunity for the Sharks. Celebrini had a great chance. Celebrini, Eklund, and Smith are out there right now to close out this period. But back to the point I was making, you know, writing somewhat on the wall with Blackwood, even though he wanted to stay here too. And he got his money back with Colorado, so congrats to him. Granlund, you know, he's a guy that wants to stay here too, and we'll see. I would like to see him stay. I think he's a great leader. And, you know, he's kind of slowed down on production this year, but he still is one of the, like, the top 5 Sharks in terms of point production, so would love to see him stay. All right. That is going to be our second period. We're going to have our second intermission coming up shortly. I'm going to take a quick step aside, maybe grab something to snack on, grab something to drink, some more juice more than likely, and we'll talk about that second period. We'll talk about the goals being scored, the face-off summary, and take a look around the scores from take a look at scores from around the league. So I'm Aaron James, creative and host here at Shark City Hockey, your go-to source for San Jose Sharks fandom. Thank you to all of you out there chiming in across the multi-platforms that we stream on for our live watch-along party with real-time reaction to the action. The San Jose Sharks have a 2-1 lead after 2 periods over the Detroit Red Wings. So we'll talk about this game, and you know, hopefully the Sharks could have one more solid period, or at least hold off the Red Wings for 20 more minutes and get a dub, their first dub since the beginning of the year. All right, so thank you all chiming in. We'll be right back. Let's enjoy some music. And we'll be right back, all right? Don't go anywhere. All right. What's up? I'm going to keep the music going right now for a quick second as I get my quick, refresh the palate and get a quick munch on, pardon me. Intermission, time to get some snacks, right? Concession time. All right, fam, it is time for our intermission report. So the Sharks leading this game after 40 minutes of hockey. Let's take a look at our stats through 2 periods here. So it was 50-50 in the face-off dot. Sharks dramatically had the ice tilted on them in that second period. Through 2 periods now, Detroit Red Wings have a 62.1% face-off win percentage. Shots on goal for San Jose, 14. For Detroit, 18. Sharks have 2 penalties. They're the only ones that committed penalties in this game, so Started the stream. I was saying we really need to do, and by we I'm talking about the Sharks. I know I don't play on a team, but come on, I'm invested like all you fans out there, right? So if I say we, then pardon me, all right? And if you're one of those who are like, it's not we, it's them, get over it. Anyways, but the San Jose Sharks have 2 penalties in this game, and as I was saying, the San Jose Sharks need to play a disciplined game because the Detroit Red Wings had the number 2 ranked power play unit going into tonight's contest. In that first period, Mario Ferraro got called for holding. In the second period, Ty Dellandrea got called for tripping. The good news is that the Sharks, 1, scored a shorty on that first penalty, and 2, killed off both of them. So Detroit 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. 7 hits for San Jose, 14 for the Red Wings, 13 block shots for the Sharks, 9 for Detroit, 10 giveaways for San Jose, 9 for Detroit, 6 takeaways for the Sharks, 3 for the Detroit Red Wings. All right, so that face-off battles, right? Let's go into it as we do in our intermission reports here. Pardon me. All right, so collectively as a team, the Sharks are 11 for 29. We're just going to round up and say 38%. All right, so through that first period, the Sharks, as I mentioned, were 7 for 14, 50%. Now in the second period, they are 4 for 15, 27%. That's why they are now 38% face-off wins. So only 4 face-off wins for the San Jose Sharks in that second period as a squad. All right. Once in the defensive zone and once in the neutral zone. So, excuse me. I stand corrected. I'm going to break it down by zone now, and this is through 2 periods. So 4 out of 8 in the offensive zone while even strength, 4 out of 8 while in the defensive zone at even strength, 1 for 10 in the neutral zone while even strength. So at even strength, the Sharks are 9 for 26, 35%. While shorthanded, Sharks have only been shorthanded twice tonight. Let me update the count while I do that. Bam. While shorthanded, the Sharks are 1 for 2 in the defensive zone, 1 for 1 in the neutral zone, so 2 for 3, 67%. But again, those totals are as follows. Through 2 periods, 4 out of 8 in the offensive zone, 5 out of 10 in the defensive zone, 2 out of 11 in the neutral zone. So that neutral zone battle for the Sharks is really hurting them. So 11 for 29, 38% through 2 periods in the face-off dot. Now let's break it down player for player in the contribution to that stat. Nico Sturm is 1 for 1 in the offensive zone, 0 for 1 in the neutral zone to make it 1 out of 2 face-off opportunities that he had to take tonight. 50%. Luke Cunnin is also 50%. He's won 2 out of his 4 face-offs he's taken tonight. He's 1 for 1 while even strength in the defensive zone, 1 for 2 short-handed in the defensive zone, 0 for 1 in the neutral zone while even strength. So 2 for 3 in the defensive zone collectively and 1 for 0 in the neutral zone. 2 for 4, 50% Luke Cunnin. All right. Fabian Zetterlund took a face-off. He didn't win it in the neutral zone. We'll forgive him for that because he's a winger. 0 for 1. That was even strength. Alexander Wenberg, 2 for 3. He is 67% on the evening. He has face-offs in the offensive zone on even strength, 1 for 1. And in the neutral zone, 0 for 1. He also has a face-off in the neutral zone while short-handed, and he's 1 for 1. So 2 for 3, 67% for Alexander Wenberg. Got someone saying Sharks in the comment section. That's what's up. Keep showing the love for Team Teal. Mikhail Granlund had 5 face-offs. Mikhail Granlund. He's been struggling in the freaking face-off dot as well. Like, tremendously. I almost want to say, well, the Sharks reconsider him being a winger because he's 1 for 5 tonight. All even strength. 0 for 1 in the offensive zone. 0 for 2 in the defensive zone. 1 for 2 in the neutral zone. Struggling. I might dive into that a little bit deeper. A little attempted. Last but not least, Macklin Celebrini is 4 for 12. Another. I know Macklin Celebrini is a centerman, but man, he's struggling tonight. 4 for 12, 33%. 1 for 4 in the offensive zone, 3 for 4 in the defensive zone, 0 for 4 in the neutral zone, all while on even strength. Let me see. I want to see who are they struggling against. So Dylan Larkin is pretty much, he has Macklin Celebrini's number tonight. So Macklin Celebrini is 1 for 4 in the offensive zone against Larkin, 2 for 3 in the defensive zone, and 0 for 3 in the neutral zone. So Dylan Larkin has won 7 of the 10 faceoffs against Macklin Celebrini for the Detroit Red Wings tonight. Mikhail Granlund, let's take a look at him. Who's he struggling against? I mean, he's just pretty much struggling all together, but he's taking the most faceoffs against Andrew Cope, and Cope's had his number, so maybe Warsawski might consider lining him up against somebody else. Anyways, and that's your faceoff summary. Let's take a look at the goals now while we're at it. The only goal scored in that second period was by the Detroit Red Wings. It happened at 1 minute and 28 seconds into the second period. Vladimir Tarasenko got his 5th of the year, assisted by Edvinsson and Bergeron. Pretty much the way that went down was as follows. Really quick, my bad, trying to pour out my juice. They had sustained some pressure in the Sharks' zone. A freaking pass that goes wide, like across the rink. It goes across the rink. And the shot, how do I say this properly? So the Detroit Red Wings, I'm just going to put it on perspective from the goaltender Alexander Georgiev, but essentially on his left-hand side, top of the rink, the pass goes all the way across the rink to his right-hand side, shot on goal. So Bergeron, pardon me if I'm not saying that right, passes across the rink toward the half wall. The shot kind of takes a nasty rebound, or it goes off the net. I don't remember. My bad. But Vladimir Tarasenko was there to essentially clean it up, and he was literally 13 feet away from the net. And 13 feet, when I say 13 feet away, I'm not saying 13 feet away from the crease. I'm not saying 13 feet away from the goalie. I'm literally, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 13 feet away from that goal line, right? But nonetheless, that's close. That's like right at the top of the edge of the crease. So rebound, whether it was a rebound or just redirected off the side of the net, I'm a little fuzzy on that right now, pardon me. But oh my gosh, spit his name out. Tarasenko, pardon me, got his 5th of the year at 1 minute and 28 seconds into that second period, and that right there is how the Detroit scored a goal. Pardon me if I don't commit the Detroit Red Wings goals to memories. After all, I am a San Jose Sharks fan, so when I see something like that, I'm like, try to forget it, instantly forget it. But that was your goal in that second period. Sharks' 2 goals were scored by John Ruda and Nico Sturm. Do you show the actual game? Someone says. So this is not a live stream of the game, nor is it a play-by-play of the game. It's just a real-time reaction to the action. We don't show the game, but what we do have is a live action tracker, so you can follow along. Let me see. Let me update the count here. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you to the 91 plus current viewers at this moment. Again, all of you make this the number 1 trending live stream in Sharks territory. Continuing on with our intermission report here, we're going to take a look around the league. All right, so through 2 periods, we all know that the Sharks are leading 2-1. At the end of 2 periods, the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Philadelphia Flyers are still tied 1 apiece, so no scoring went down in that second frame. How about Boston Bruins, man? They're about to finish off the second period, lighting up the Lightning 4-1. Anaheim Ducks still being shut out through 2 periods. This time it's 3-0. Washington Capitals lead over the visiting Ducks. In Toronto, the Dallas Stars are able to finish 2 periods with the slight edge, 2-1 over the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Pittsburgh Penguins have a 2-1 lead after 2 periods over the visiting Seattle Kraken. So Pittsburgh Penguins 2-1 over the Kraken. Florida Panthers still in a tie. They're almost midway through the second period in New Jersey. Still 0-0. No one has found the back of the net in that game. Same thing goes for New York Islanders and Ottawa Senators. 0-0 tie in New York. They're in Brooklyn now, right? Anyways, St. Louis Blues have a 1-0 lead over the Calgary Flames after 1 period. The Winnipeg Jets have a 3-0 lead over the visiting Vancouver Canucks after 1 period. And how about the Nashville Predators? A 2-0 lead over the Vegas Golden Knights after 1 period. All right, so 13 games in total tonight across the NHL. Only 2 more games left to begin. All of them are already in progress. So in about 10 minutes or so, you have the Colorado Avalanche taking on the New York Rangers and the Utah Hockey Club taking on the Montreal Canadiens. We'll more than likely revisit these games, look at some final scores from around the league as well at the end of this game. And let's hope that in the next 20 minutes, the Sharks will secure their first victory since the 4th. All right, so it's been a while. Right now they're on a 3-game skid, so they're officially on a losing streak. But hopefully we could end that here in the next 20 minutes. All right. How much time we got left before puck drop here? Literally a matter of seconds. So the puck should be dropping for the 3rd period in Detroit in about a minute. So until then, let's just enjoy some music. Enjoy some snacks if you got it. I'm Aaron James, host of the Shark City Hockey Watch-Along Party with real-time reaction to the action. Sounds like Sharks taking on the Detroit Red Wings with a 2-1 lead after 2. All right, baby. Let's go Sharks. While you're here, thank you to everybody who's chiming in. Why don't you all let me know who you got? Who do you got, all right? Let me know. You got the San Jose Sharks, you got the Detroit Red Wings. I know we got some Red Wing fans up here in the live stream tonight, so let me know who you got. Let me know in the chat. All right, here we go. Opening face-off. Macklin Celebrini is in the dot. Looks like we got a little change-up. I'm seeing... Oh, no. He's just starting with that 70s line. So that 70s line, second line, Celebrini, Eklund, Toffoli are starting out the 3rd period. It looks like CC and Wallman are behind them. Oh, there's Wallman. want to thank you all again to start this period. Looks like we got an extra subscriber on YouTube. So you all... Oh, snap! Oh, snap! Why? Okay, first and foremost, it's 3-1 Sharks. Why is there a 2 on this scoreboard? My bad. I think my scoreboard is tweaking here on the live screen. But yeah, it's throwing me off there for a second. But Sharks goal, baby! William Eklund. Man, that's been the trend in this game. Scoring within the first couple of minutes. This time it just took 24 seconds. William Eklund gets his 10th goal of the season, 24 seconds into the third period. Assisted by Macklin Celebrini's 17th assist of the year, and Tyler Toffoli his 12th. That 70s line strikes. What is going on with my scoreboard? Why does it say 3-2? It's not 3-2, fam. It's 3-1 San Jose. 3-1. So ignore that score there. Unless they know something we don't. That was sick. Man. Okay, so far the trend has been goals either in the first 2 minutes or toward the last 2 minutes. So the Sharks get that insurance goal. If the trend stays the same in this game, I'm thinking we have a good chance of walking away with the dub. Now, let's look at Money Pucks right now. Deserve to win O-meter after that goal. The San Jose Sharks still are only at 47%. So still got some work to do. There we go. Scoreboard's freaking updated. 3-1. I was about to say, I seen the Sharks goal. I didn't see a Detroit goal. What's going on here? Anyways, my bad. My bad for the action tracker there. But Macklin Celebrini sets up the primary assist, sets up a beautiful Willem Eklund goal. 20 seconds in, Tyler Toffoli got the secondary assist. It's 3-1 San Jose, baby. Man, that was fast. Oh my goodness, Sharks are pressing. Almost another opportunity. Almost another opportunity. One-on-one with Husso. I got caught off guard while I was trying to give my my gratitude to you guys who are watching us on YouTube. So let me finish that thought. Thank you all. I got an extra subscriber on our YouTube channel. So thank you to everybody for your primary assist in helping Shark City Hockey reach its goal of 1K. You guys have been jawsome this season, specifically this last month. About a month ago, we were aiming for 500. We reached it. Then we were asking for 700. We reached that. Now we're going to raise the bar to 1K. So thank you all. So 733 right now. You guys are jawsome. You guys are jawsome. All right. Here we go, baby. Face off deep in the Sharks zone, won by Detroit. Again, for someone asking if we show the game. Yo, what's up? Welcome back, brother. But to answer that, to finish that thought, for those of you asking if we actually showed the game, just a quick reminder, this is not live play-by-play, nor is it a live stream of the actual game. You know, this is a real-time reaction and watch-along party. We do have an action tracker for y'all here, so you know, hope you all enjoy the stream. What's up, brother? Thank you all for promoting, like, subscribe. Impressive results against a hot team. Absolutely, man. Sharks are looking good, and honestly, we've been looking good against the squad for a minute, man. I mean, we have the lead in the season series with that overtime win. courtesy of Celebrini in San Jose back in November. And Granlund got an overtime win the last time we were in Detroit last year. In overtime as well. I don't want to see an overtime victory. I want to see the San Jose Sharks win this one in regulation. And they just got the insurance goal. So, we're almost there. We are almost there. Got to get through the next 16 minutes, though. Because it ain't over till it's over. But that insurance goal definitely can help us breathe a little bit easier here. Here comes Detroit now. All right. Georgiev fought off a shot with his blocker. But another blocker save. Those shots look like they're going wide, but you love to see him make a play on the puck. The offensive pressure right now is on for Detroit, but thank goodness they're not able to hold the zone, so they're going to have to reset behind their own trapezoid. The Sharks are able to get a change. The last 45 seconds were kind of looking a little worrisome there. Nice check off of the puck for the Sharks. Now it's 3-on-2. Oh, Celebrini. That 79. Celebrini tried to set up a pass to Eklund again. So that 70s line is starting to heat up. To Foley, man. Nice backhanded pass. Another follow-up pass by Celebrini to Eklund for that one-time opportunity there. This isn't play-by-play. I'm just reacting to the replay on the live stream, by the way. Someone said, I am old, so I reminisce about the epic battles between when the Wings were in the West. Yeah, for real, man. The whole realignment got me all messed up, too. I remember when, I know they're no longer a team as of this season, but I remember when the Coyotes used to be in the Sharks division, and the Red Wings are in the West. That whole realignment. Same thing could go for, same thing could go, not that we're going to talk pigskin here, but the same thing could go for football. I remember the old divisional alignments back in the day, and people who were in different conferences. Prime example, for us Bay Area fans here, Seattle, they used to be in a different conference. Just like the Red Wings used to be in our conference, the Sharks. It's so weird to actually think that they're not in the West anymore. All right, so quick disclaimer. You already know that our live action tracker every now and then has a tendency to be about 10 to 20 seconds ahead of the actual broadcast that we're watching with each other. But the Detroit Red Wings do get a goal to bring it back within one. Boo. Unfortunately, they do. It's 3-2 now. Is that Tarasenko again? Yep. Vladimir Tarasenko gets his 6th goal this season, 2nd of the game. Tarasenko for the Detroit Red Wings is now on a hat trick watch. Dang, son. All right, well, the Sharks now trying to set up some offensive pressure. Oh, man. What do we got? All right. Finally, man. It's about time. San Jose Sharks will get their first power play of the game. Now, I'm just going to say this. I'm not a big fan of taking TV timeouts after a penalty is committed. To me, it's like you're giving the team that's about to go on the penalty kill a rest. Now, of course, I won't protest that when the Sharks commit a penalty. But I definitely don't like it when we get awarded the power play. So TV timeout, but nonetheless, the San Jose Sharks will have their first power play of the evening. Got to capitalize on this one, man. So I did mention this at the top of the stream. The Detroit Red Wings entered this game with the second best power play unit in the league. However, they have the 31st ranked, which is another way of saying the second worst penalty kill in the league. So the Sharks could find a way to get another insurance goal would be amazing. So let's go, baby. Let's type Shark Attack. You could type you can leave a shark emoji in the chat. You can type Chomp Chomp, however you want to celebrate it or motivate this squad. But nonetheless, we're going to have the man advantage here as soon as we get back from the TV timeout, because Albert Johansson hooked Ty Dellandrea at 6 minutes and 50 seconds to the third period. So San Jose Sharks, their power play, since I'm talking about, ranking here, it isn't that sexy. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Going into the game, the Sharks had the 25th ranked power play in the league. That's only a conversion rate of 17.9%. But again, we're going up against the 31st penalty kill in the league. So here we go. We are back from the TV timeout. 2 minutes. Good opportunity for the Sharks to get this game, tilt the ice a little bit more in their favor, regain control, of this game. So here we go. So Jake Wallman's out there, so watch out for him, Sharks fans and Red Wing fans. It looks like you got Celebrini, Toffoli. Who else is out there with them? Eklund. Oh, Eklund takes a nice one-time shot. Is that Granlund? I see it. Yep, Granlund. So 4 forwards and 1 defenseman on this first power play unit. Granlund, Celebrini, Eklund, Toffoli, and Wallman. Here they come. Celebrini. Ooh, Toffoli takes a nasty hip check at the point. Oh, Granlund gets a nice pass from... Woo! Nice pass from Macklin. Celebrini gets Mikhail Granlund one-on-one with the goalie. Beautiful backhander that goes top shelf for a power play goal. Mikhail Granlund gets his 12th of the year on the power play. 7 minutes and 40 seconds into the game. What a beautiful pass. Celebrini passes it into the slot. Granlund dekes out Husso on the crease from left to right and backhand buries it right underneath the crossbar. It's 4-2 San Jose. That's a Sharks goal, baby. Yeah! Woo! I love it, baby. 1 for 1 on the power play. Again, they're the 31st ranked power play in the league, so you have to take advantage of that, baby. Gotta love it. Let's go. Now, for the next 12 minutes, the Sharks are going to have to play some disciplined hockey, and they're going to have to make sure that they don't collapse in the net and play too much to defend the lead. Keep the pressure going. Get another goal. That is what's up. Mikael Granlund's 12th goal of the year comes on the power play, assisted by Macklin Celebrini, his 18th assist of the season, his second assist of the night. Macklin Celebrini is firing up again. He has a multi-point night again in his young career. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Got some people chiming on X. Asking, can we keep playing Detroit? Yeah, buddy. Special teams unit for the San Jose Sharks have been outstanding this game. Shorthanded goal earlier in the first period, and now a power play goal. Damn. Gotta love it. This is Macklin Celebrini's third multi-assist game in just his rookie year. And right now, the broadcast team, play-by-play announcer for the San Jose Sharks at Shark Voice, Randy Hahn, the legendary Randy Hahn, might I add, has just noted that this is the Sharks' first 4-goal game in over a month. So, gotta love it. We're almost halfway through this third period here. That was a beautiful goal. That might be the goal of the evening. I mean, there's a lot of candidates for goals of the night in these 4 goals. To me, it's going to be a tie between both special team goals. It's going to either be Nico Sturm's shorthanded goal or Mikael Granlund's power play goal. Because, damn, that was awesome. Spoiler alert. So, as we can see, as I mentioned previously, this live this live action tracker is about, give or take, 10-20 seconds ahead, and the Detroit Red Wings do score a goal right off the face-off. Oh! My gosh, what do we got to do to maintain a 2-goal lead in this mother jammer? Oh my goodness gracious. This is all bad. It's all bad. And just like that, fam, just like that, we're back to a 1-goal game. My goodness. I want to take a quick peek, but this just might be the highest scoring game of the evening after that goal. Yeah. 7 goals in this game so far. The only one that's coming close to us is in Boston. Boston has a 4-2 lead over Tampa. So right now, fam, together we are watching the game that has the most goals scored on this Tuesday night in the National Hockey League. Hopefully, either A, the score stays this way, or B, the Sharks could get one more to make it 5-3. And not on an empty netter, but if that's how it comes, we'll take it. Damn, son. Right off the face-off, the San Jose Sharks are going to freaking score a goal, baby. San Jose Sharks win the face-off Detroit Red Wings zone. And a nasty turnover in front. And is buried by Tyler Toffoli. There it is, right on cue, as I asked. 5th goal for the San Jose Sharks. Beautiful poke check in the front. Who poke checked that away? Poor puck management, mishandling in front of the crease. Tyler Toffoli poke checks the puck away. Eklund fans on the shot, but the puck is redeflected to Tyler Toffoli, who has a wide open net to bury it in. What a fortunate sequence of events for San Jose. It all starts with Tyler Toffoli disrupting the play in the crease and then getting the opportunity to bury it. And now here we are, 5-3. Wow. Willem Eklund actually is going to get an assist on that because he did touch the puck before it got redirected to Tyler Toffoli's way. So Tyler Toffoli gets his 16th goal of the year at 10 minutes and 57 seconds. Assisted by Willem Eklund, 24th assist of the season. What a game. 8 goals tonight. The highest scoring game tonight in the National Hockey League. San Jose Sharks have a 5-3 lead over the Detroit Red Wings. Hold on to your freaking hats and be on the edge of your seat, hockey fans, because we still got 8 minutes of action remaining. My goodness. What a game. The 6th multi-point game for Tyler Toffoli because, of course, he had an assist on Willem Eklund's goal earlier in the start of the period, 20 seconds in the third. And Willem Eklund getting the assist on Tyler Toffoli's goal gives him his 7th multi-point game of the season. So, I love it. Eklund stays hot. Toffoli and Celebrini are back on the rise. Let's go. That was beautiful, man. What a game. Ooh. Detroit trying to make some magic happen. I'm loving this, baby. Oh. Gotta update the live viewer count. Welcome everybody who may be chiming in. The San Jose Sharks have a 5-3 lead over the Detroit Red Wings. I'm your host, Aaron James. Welcome to the live watch-along party with real-time reaction to the action. Presented by Shark City Hockey, your go-to source for San Jose Sharks fandom. Of course, we wouldn't be the #1 trending live stream in Sharks territory without all of you out there. So thank you so much for having the primary assist in our goals. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Sharks right now are... Oh! My bad. Shot for Detroit right in the slot. Goes wide. They haven't given up yet. They're pressing, but the San Jose Sharks are 6 minutes away from breaking the 3-game skid, from getting their first dub since the first week of the month. 5 goals on the night. Georgiev has another quality start. Right now, we're trending upwards. All we need is that 2 points in regulation. This is the second and last game of this season series between the two clubs. Sharks lead the series 1-0 after winning in San Jose back in November in overtime. Overtime winner by Macklin Celebrini. And as I mentioned plenty of times tonight, the last time the Sharks were in Detroit was last season. And they won in overtime as well. Mikhail Granlund got the game-winning goal. Right now, this top line for the Red Wings is having their way with the Sharks, and their shot goes up and into the netting. Thank goodness, because TV timeout will now follow, and the Sharks need that breather, man. What a game. Oh, yeah. Let's turn up the music here during TV timeout. I could use a breather as well. Gotta love it, baby. Gotta love it. My Sharks are hungry. Oh, man. Let's go. Game on, baby. By the way, the third goal for Detroit, I know I didn't give it too much attention, but just for being thorough here, it was scored by Lucas Raymond. That's 18th of the year. Assisted by Larkin, 20th of the year. That made it 4-3. San Jose lead, still led at 9 minutes 56 seconds. That followed the Mikhail Granlund goal on the power play. Just moments ago, Tyler Toffoli made it 5-3 for San Jose with the 16th of the year. Willem Eklund gets his 24th assist of the season. Tonight, Toffoli and Eklund and Celebrini all are on a multi-point. They have a multi-point game. Here comes Zetterlund now. Sharks are freaking buzzing, baby. The Sharks are hungry. The Sharks are hungry. Oh, Granlund took a nasty open ice check by the blue line. Oh my goodness. If I'm the Sharks right now, I'm thumping the puck and making them chase. Good job to Foley. Does exactly that. Don't let them break out of the zone and get behind you into your own defensive zone. Please do not collapse in front of the net. I know protect the net is kind of a strategy when you have a lead like this. Given how this game has been going, no lead is safe. Georgiev with 2 big saves standing up. Who was that? I don't know who that was for Detroit, but let me see. Let me look at that. Alex DeBrincat got not 1 but 2 wrist shots on Alexander Georgiev point blank, and he made 2 fantastic saves. Now I see that my score clock there has kind of been tweaking. It's been like that all game. So based off of the live watch along that we have going on right now, we're approaching 3 minutes. Looks like another TV timeout. League's got to get that money, get that revenue. I'm going to take a quick step aside, turn up the music during the TV timeout, but I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, baby. All right, all right, all right. Trying to get some more snacks. Get some more snacks in before this puck drops, man. There's a game going on during dinner time. All right, baby. Let's go, San Ho. Down the Sharks have a 5-3 lead. I know my scoreboard is showing 6-14. It is actually 3-29. So let's go. We're about to have a I think we're gonna have probably one of the most nail-biting few minutes here in Sharks territory. Sharks got a 2-goal lead. We want to see them and get the dub, get the 2 points of regulation. Detroit pulls the goaltender. So Husso goes to the bench. Detroit pulls the goaltender. So right now it's 6-on-5 hockey with just a little bit over 3 minutes to go. Detroit is it's a battle along the boards with Detroit and Sharks, but they the Red Wings do maintain the offensive pressure. The Sharks just need to bury that puck into the empty net, baby. This is ours. There we go. Jake Wallman misses wide. Oh, Jake Wallman would have got the empty netter. That'd be so beautiful. Would have been so beautiful, Jake Wallman, to get that goal in his return to Detroit. Detroit Rock City playing some Kiss music here, and the team from Shark City trying to win this hockey game. Here we go. 2.5 minutes remaining. Pay no attention to the action tracker scoreboard clock. It's definitely delayed. We have 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Thank you to the 100 plus of y'all right now. I say 100 plus because I can't see across all the platforms, but I do see at least 97. We'll just say 97. We'll keep it right there, all right? But thank you all for making this the #1 trending live stream in Sharks territory. Here come the Sharks. Clearing the zone. Just a minute and 45 remain, fam. A minute 45. San Jose Sharks looking to sweep the season series against Detroit Red Wings. The puck goes all the way down. Score! Goal, baby! Mario Ferraro, Super Mario Ferraro makes it 6-3. The San Jose Sharks are going to win this game. Shoots it from the half wall, baby. Beautiful. That's going to be unassisted. All Mario Ferraro right there, man. Mario Ferraro gets his 4th goal. Oh my God, I'm so freaking hyped I can't even talk. Mario Ferraro gets his 4th goal of the season, an empty netter, at 18 minutes and 22 seconds of the 3rd period. That should be the game. San Jose Sharks are going to freaking erase the 3-game losing streak that they have going into this contest. They're going to get their 3rd victory of the month after starting out 2-0 in 2025. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Regulation win. Sweep the series against Detroit. Yes, sir. My bad, fam. Got a little quiet because I'm just kind of enjoying this, enjoying the final minute here. And there's not 3:23 left as it shows on this scoreboard here. There's a minute and 4 seconds remaining. And that is it. That's it, fam. Shark City defeats Motor City. And just like that, we got a dub to begin this 5-game winning streak, road trip. The losing streak is over. We are 2-0 against the Red Wings this year. We sweep the season series. The final score 6-3. San Jose Sharks fans, congratulations. Celebrate. The Sharks win, baby. San Jose Sharks win. Let's type dub. Leave a celebration emoji. Shark emoji, all that jazz. The Sharks got the victory. Yes, sir. Dang, that was awesome, man. What a game. What a game. All right. I think we should probably stick around and do a little post-game here. Why not? How about some post-game action here before we end tonight's live stream? Before that, though, big shout-out to everybody who's chimed in. Whether you joined us on Twitch, TikTok, X, or YouTube, I want to say, thank you. We really appreciate all the support that you show Shark City Hockey here. Shark City Hockey is a collection of fan voices from around Sharks territory. So I, Aaron James, creative at Shark City Hockey, host this live watch-along party. I also do host of the sound of the Shark City Hockey Show, which is your Eventide Sharks fan talk show, where we have a Teal talk on some of the latest hot Teal topics going on around the organization. I also got to show some love to Tyler Castillo and Mike Kahn, who co-host Ross Bitten, a Sounds of Sharks podcast with me. But long story short is, appreciate you all chiming in, spending some time with us, watching along with us here. If you haven't done so already, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing the stream. Catch us on YouTube, of course. Catch us on X. Catch us on TikTok for the live streams. And, join our amazing community, our digital community on Instagram at Shark City Hockey. I just want to say thank you to everybody. We have almost 100 people right now watching live. But collectively across the board, we have over 9,000 followers. So closing on 10,000 followers across the board, with the strongest, the community being the strongest on our Instagram channel, as we are floating over 6,200. So all that to say is super appreciate all your support. And with that, let's talk about this Sharks dub, baby. Enough of that. Sounds like Sharks win this game 6-3. Let's go into the stats. Why don't we? So, damn, that was a good game. It's been a long time coming, baby. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since we won a game in that fashion. I could tell you with confidence now that we dominated this game. Oh, crazy. It was awesome, man. So, final game stats. Sounds like Sharks put 6 goals on the scoreboard off of 24 shots. Detroit Red Wings put 28 shots on goal. Only able to score 3. So what does that mean, fam? means Alexander Georgiev gets his first dub. It took 7 starts. He was 0-6 leading into this game. In his last 6 starts, Alexander Georgiev gets a well-deserved dub. His save percentage is slightly below 90. Okay, so .893, but I'm still going to say that this was a quality start. It really was. So Alexander Georgiev made 25 saves on the 28 shot attempts. So, stick taps to Georgiev. But man, what a game. So face-off percentage kind of started to clean up in that third period. San Jose Sharks ended the evening with a 48 win percentage in the face-off dot, 100% on the power play. I think that's what really tipped the ice in our favor. Obviously, that power play goal by Mikael Granlund made it 4-2. Got a little worrisome because Red Wings did answer right back just a couple minutes later. But Tyler Toffoli was able to make it 5-3. The 6th goal coming off an empty netter. And that was your final 6-3 for San Jose. What's also amazing is that the Sharks are able to kill off both penalties that they committed against the number 2 ranked power play unit in the league. So they held off the Detroit Red Wings off the scoreboard on the power play. So 0 for 2 for Detroit on the power play. That's amazing. 18 hits for the Sharks, 21 for Detroit. It was a pretty physical game. 18 blocked shots for the San Jose Sharks, 9 for Detroit. 18 giveaways for both squads, 8 takeaways for San Jose, 5 for Detroit. We're going to take a look at the face-off summary as we usually do on this game. So collectively as a team, the San Jose Sharks had a way better third period in the face-off dot. So they ended the first period winning 50% of the face-off, 7 for 14. Started to get away from them in that second period, 4 for 15 for 27%. But in that third period, they cleaned it up. They won 62% of the face-offs, 13 of 21 face-off opportunities. And they end the evening 24 out of 50 for 48%. So just slightly under 50. But, that third period was huge, 62% of the face-offs going their way. Rather than break it down like we do throughout the game, I'm just going to go over the totals for each Shark that contributed to that stat. So Nico Sturm was 6 for 8, 75% in the face-off dot. Luke Cunnin was 3 for 7, 43%. Fabian Zetterlund got 1 opportunity, 0 for 1. Alexander Wenberg with 2 for 3 for 67% in the face-off dot. Ty Dellandrea, 2 for 5, 40%. Mikael Granlund, 6 for 11, 55%. And Macklin Celebrini, 5 for 15, 33%. So Nico Sturm, Luke Cunnin, Fabian Zetterlund, Alexander Wenberg, Ty Dellandrea, Mikael Granlund, and Macklin Celebrini all contributed to the Sharks' 24 face-off wins out of 50 for 48% collectively as a team. Now that face-off win percentage on NHL.com has changed slightly, so they're saying Sharks are 47.1%. Tomato in my book. So the Sharks do sweep the Detroit Red Wings this season. How about that? How about the fact that Detroit had 7 consecutive victories coming into this game? They were 7-3 in the last 10, and the Sharks just ended that losing streak. How about that? How about the fact that Jake Wallman comes back into Detroit and earns a dub? Gotta love it. You had Macklin Celebrini and William Eklund making plays all night. Got to give some love to Tyler Toffoli as well, as he had a multi-point night. The San Jose Sharks are undefeated when Marc-Edouard Vlasic is in the lineup. Almost. And, man, what a game. Marc-Edouard Vlasic, gets an assist on that in the first period. I mean, this is a great game, dude. This is a great game. To me, you all have to tell me out there. You can either do it right now live, or you could do it if you're watching the replay of this live stream. But to me, the top 2 goals in the night, or the top goal of the night, is a toss-up. It's a tie between the 2 goals scored on special teams. Nico Sturm's shorthanded goal that made it 2-0 in the first period at 17 minutes and 41 seconds, or Mikael Granlund's power play goal that made it 4-2, 7 minutes and 43 seconds to the third period. I'm having a hard time choosing which one of those was the top goal of the night. But nonetheless, they're both fantastic. Some highlight-worthy goals tonight. While we're speaking of goals, let's go ahead and look at who scored tonight for the entire game. So I'm going to have to adjust this. My bad. Got this right now. We'll take a look at around the league again at the goals scored. But right now, with 9 goals in this game, this is going to be the game with the most goals scored tonight. This is going to be 9 goals. So on this Tuesday night of NHL games, we just witnessed the game of the evening with 9 goals scored, in my opinion. So just trying to adjust this. My bad. Allow me 10 seconds to get that squared away. It is what it is. Just know that Mario Ferraro scored an empty netter. Okay, there it is. So your goal scorers tonight: Jan Ruda, Nico Sturm. Obviously, I'm just going to cover the Sharks. William Eklund. We also have Mikael Granlund, Lucas Raymond. What a game. What a game. I said Lucas Raymond, my bad. Tyler Toffoli. I got distracted by this weird comment that got left on Twitch. So I was trying to go to Twitch to get rid of that. Every now and then we get like a random bot on here trying to advertise their stream. It is what it is. When you're the number one trending live stream in Sharks territory, you tend to get that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, let me just get rid of that really quick. Boom. Thank you. All right, keeping it spam free and ad free. All right, so your goal scorers for the Sharks at the top. Jan Ruda, Nico Sturm, William Eklund, Mikael Granlund, Tyler Toffoli, and Mario Ferraro with the empty netter. All right, what a game! So let's take a look around the league. As I promised, we're going to take a look around the league just one last time here. Here are some finals from around the league. Not really a final. So it looks like the the Philadelphia Flyers and the Columbus Blue Jackets are about to go overtime. They're tied up 2 apiece right now. Boston Bruins have a 4-2 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're midway through the third. It's a 1-1 tie in New Jersey. Florida Panthers, defending Stanley Cup champions, have a 1-1 tie there on the road with New Jersey. Ottawa Senators have a 1-0 lead over the New York Islanders. New York Islanders are at home. They are almost, they're about 14 minutes remaining in that third period. After 2 periods, St. Louis Blues have a 1-0 lead over the Calgary Flames. The Winnipeg Jets have a 5-0 lead over the Vancouver Canucks. That game's about to go into the third. After 2 periods, the Nashville Predators have a 4-2 lead over the Vegas Golden Knights. The Colorado Avalanche are in a 1-1 tie after 1 period, and the Utah Hockey Club are in a 1-1 tie after 1 period. Avalanche playing against the Rangers, Hockey Club playing against the Canadiens. Your finals for tonight: the Washington Capitals defeated the Anaheim Ducks 3-0 at home. Toronto Maple Leafs lost at home against the visiting Dallas Stars 4-1. The Pittsburgh Penguins lost at home against the visiting Seattle Kraken 4-2. And the Detroit Red Wings just got mopped up by the San Jose Sharks 6-3. Yeah, baby. What a freaking game. What a game. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Let's put on some music. We deserve some music, huh? Again, big shout out to all of you out there. Thank you for coming through on this Tuesday. Just want to say that super appreciate all the support and all the love that you've been showing Shark City Hockey. It's been it's been an up and down season if you're a San Jose Sharks fan, but I'm glad to see that, let's see, what is this? Sharks got 3 wins in the first 6 games of 2025 calendar year. So this month we're 500. We have a 5-game road trip, now 4. That was the first of 5, so 4 games ahead of us on the road until the Sharks come back home for a 3-game stand, and then they go and end the month of January in Seattle. So hopefully this month of January is way better than December. Obviously November the Sharks were looking great. December just kind of fell from grace. Fall from grace, but yeah, man. I mean, tonight that was very promising, especially against a squad that had 7 victories in a row. So I think it's worth just one more time. I think I want to see. I think I want to share how the Sharks lined up just one more time. Why not? Let's do that. So the reason I want to look at this because, you know, it might be worth keeping the band together. So tonight the Sharks lineup was as follows. The first line was Colin Graf, Mikhail Granlund, and Fabian Zetterlund, with Jake Wallman and Cody Ceci. Obviously Alexander Georgiev got the start in net. The second lineup was that 70s line: Willem Eklund, Macklin Celebrini, Tyler Toffoli. They played fantastic tonight, obviously. All 3 of those guys, multi-point night. So you might want to consider keeping that 70s line together. Mario Ferraro and Timothy Liljegren right behind them on the second line defensive pairing. Third line was decent from Will Smith, John Ruda. They were able to generate that first goal. Good to see Will Smith get a point tonight, especially considering his last game. I've already mentioned this many times. I want to say it again. You know, he was benched. He didn't get any minutes in the third period on Saturday against the Wild at home, and now he finds himself in the bottom 6 role. So, you know, earns an assist right off of the start of the game. First goal on the first goal of the night, John Ruda's goal. Got the primary assist. So, you know, love to see Will Smith, you know, earn his way back into the top 6 role. And then that fourth line, believe it or not, you know, they were impressive. I would say that the fourth line was the second best line tonight, especially in that first period. They created a lot of opportunities and really dictated the momentum of the game in that first frame. So, you know, Barclay Goodrow, Nico Sturm, and Ty DeAndrea, you know, that might be a line worth keeping together as a Sharks' fourth checking line. Alexander Georgiev, congratulations again. First victory in the last 7 starts. So, you know, he came into this game 0-6, but he did come into this game with 2 consecutive quality starts. So, gotta love it. Maybe we keep that line together. We'll see if there's any changes. Mark-Edouard Vlasic, man. How about Mark-Edouard Vlasic, right? So Shakir Muguntudulin was set down yesterday. Mark-Edouard Vlasic getting the nod in net, not Henry Thrun. And Vlasic earns an assist. You might want to consider keeping Pickles in the lineup. I know, you know, they were trying to get, the sentiment was we want to get Muguntudulin, you know, keep him getting the reps. Has nothing to do with, this is coming from Rosovsky, head coach Ryan Rosovsky wanted to keep Muguntudulin kind of like getting more reps, keeping him fresh. And it had nothing to do with Vlasic's game, which is why he wasn't why he was a healthy scratch. But now that Muguntudulin gone, and by gone I mean sent back down to the AHL to San Jose Barracuda. So if you're a season ticket holder for the CUDA like I am, he's just waiting for you at the other barn, right? But now that, you know, Muguntudulin not on the main roster, rather, it might be worth maybe keeping, you know, Vlasic in there. I know Thrun is, you know, he's supposed to be, you know, the future for the Sharks. But maybe you consider keeping in Vlasic and rotating Thrun out with, I don't know, maybe Liljegren if you don't want to send down Ruda. You know what I mean? Anyways, I know a lot of fans are talking about Ruda and Goodrow and etc. Always getting, you know, the minutes over other people, but, you know. Anyways, I'm moving on. So, what a day, man! What a game! Great times for the San Jose Sharks fans. Again, I'm still stuck between who had the best goal of the evening. Was it the shorthanded goal? Was it the power play goal? I don't know. You all tell me. But I think that right there is going to be where we end tonight's live watch along party. This is awesome, man. This is awesome. It's always good to celebrate a Sharks dub. So this is coming from the Sharks public relations team. All right, so with the Sharks 6-3 victory over Detroit, snapping a 7-game win streak for the Red Wings, per National Hockey League's public relations, this is the 7th time in franchise history that the San Jose Sharks has spoiled a win streak of 7 games, and it's the first since 2018-19 when the club did so twice. So how about them Sharks, baby? How about them Sharks? So our live viewer count has risen here. It's on the rise. All right, that's it. Game is over. We covered everything here. I cannot wait. Cannot wait for the next game. As a matter of fact, let me see here real quick. There is a strong chance that we're going to get together again on Thursday. So same bat time, same bat channel, as they say. Next game is the Columbus Blue Jackets. Sharks are on they're on a road trip. So the next game will be against the Columbus Blue Jackets. And that may just be our next live watch along party. So, with the exception of maybe the Boston game, because the Boston game is like at 10 in the morning, we are more than likely, it looks like we're going to be getting 4 out of the 5 games on the road for the watch along party. I would do the Boston game, but it's just kind of I got a restriction, from my time availability, as far as my availability is limited for a 10 a.m. start time. But it looks like this Thursday it's going to happen. Definitely on Saturday and on Tuesday as well. So 5 games on the road during this road trip, and we are going to get together for 4 of them. I think that's pretty solid. So until the next game against the Columbus Blue Jackets, that's Thursday at 4 o'clock. I am Aaron James, your host here of Shark City Hockey's live watch-along party with real-time reaction to the action. San Jose Sharks defeat the Detroit Red Wings. Final score 6-3. The winning streak is over. The winning streak is over for Detroit. The losing streak is over for San Jose. Damn, son. What a game. What a game. As some more people chime in here, I want to just say a quick thank you and shout out to the 100 plus of you joining us live today throughout the game and right now at this moment. Because of all of you, Shark City Hockey maintains the title of being the #1 trending live stream in Sharks territory. All right, specifically the #1 trending live stream by fans, for fans, right? Because that's what we are. We are, you label us whatever you want, super fan, diehard fan, whatever you want to call it. Nonetheless, we bleed Teal here. And, we're streaming live from San Jose, California, the heart of Sharks territory. All right. So, with that being said, don't forget to follow us, like, subscribe, all that jazz. I'm going to close this one out for the evening. Going to take SJ Barkey out to stretch his legs a little bit, go on a little walk. Thank you all very much. You all have a great rest of your evening. It's victory, baby. It's Victory Tuesday. So let's give it up from the Sharks. San Jose Sharks get the dub. Gotta love it. Man, what a game. What a game. All right, fam. Once again, signing off for the rest of the evening. Till next time, let's go Sharks.